Today, as you see, we're on a sightseeing tour bus in the rain, and we're going to do a kind of lap of Belfast and go past some of the kind of clubs that I've played at over the past 2 decades, where I kind of carved my teeth and kind of found my kind of niche in Belfast. Some legendary places like the Ulster Hall, places like the Art College where I would have kind of sneaked into as a very young teenager, and then obviously Thompson's where I've kind of been a resident for many years. For me it all began before I even started DJing. I was into hip hop, big into hip hop music and breaking and body popping and stuff, and we used to come here just in the background to the front of City Hall on a Saturday afternoon to watch the BCBs, the Belfast City Breakers. It was absolutely unbelievable, just the amount of people that came here on a Saturday afternoon to check them out. And the funny thing about it is I got asked back here 20 years after that to play live on Radio 1 worldwide for Pete Tong's Essential Selection on New Year's Eve. And I was playing peak time on a full stage here at the front of City Hall, and there was 19,000 people down Royal Avenue giving it heaps, up on top of telephone boxes, up lamp posts, the whole lot. And it was really special for me to be able to do that in my home country and in the centre of Belfast. Nothing will kind of come close to that ever again. So just past City Hall here on the left hand side, one of my homes that love DJing in, Thompson's Garage. I've been part of it for many years since it started. It's a great club, brilliant club to DJ in, run by a great bunch of guys, and actually one of the DJs. So for DJing in it, it's second to none. It's top notch. You'll never get bored of that place, and I love it to this day. So my role models and mentors in the industry, role models would be some of the early days whenever I was at school, and I heard like mixes from Sasha, Carl Cox, people like that there. It was just legendary. It was kind of life-changing whenever I kind of heard the mixes. I actually heard Sasha doing an hour mix on Radio 1. I think the Pet Shop Boys played it and just played a full hour mix. And it was just legendary. It really did change my whole entire life, because I was into hip-hop and stuff at the time, and it really got me onto the house thing. Mentor-wise would be my brother, Mark Dowan. He's been DJing for years. He's 11 years older than me. So as I was growing up, I always had the kind of music around the house and was really into like funk and soul and early hip-hop stuff. And his best friend, they ran a record shop in my local town. They had the first set of SLs, and that's where I kind of went in and practiced, and they pushed me into the whole thing. So they really started me off and pushed me in the right direction. Where did my name come from? It goes without saying. It's actually my real name. A lot of people don't believe it. A lot of people I bump into say, well, what is your real name, man? It is actually Gleave Dobbin. I think it was actually meant to be a girl, and they had no boys' names for me, so I got my mum's maiden name before she got married. So I got 2 surnames, Gleave Dobbin, and that's the way it is. I thought it was unusual enough to stick as a DJ name because there isn't too many Gleaves out there. Just coming around the corner here, just heading up to, as I mentioned before, the Art College, where I kind of sneaked in and got the first taste at Sugar Sweet of Homer and McCready, one of my kind of legendary duos that run one of the best club nights ever to see in Belfast. It was just legendary. People came from all over Ireland, buses from Dublin. It didn't hold that many, but it was just a privilege to be there, and there's people that didn't make it that just would love to have been there and seen what that was all about. Some of the challenges I've had to overcome to become a successful DJ, you know, everybody thinks it happens overnight. It doesn't really. I started really young, just doing kind of mixtapes and knocking mixtapes out to all my mates, and in turn there was no CDs or internet at that time, and I was just constantly copying tapes up and giving them out to all my mates. And even to this day, I numbered all the tapes and only numbered them up to 3 and went back to 1 in case the taxman ever caught up with me. But at that time, I was buying vinyl. Like I was actually spending more money than what I was making. And that was hard times where you're spending more than what's coming in, but you're doing it for the love of it, just so you can kind of see a future in it.